Guilty of crime.
Hello, everybody. What's up? I am Jay with Guilty of Crime, and I'm back. Now, I'm still sick. I've got this cold that just is not going to quit, which means I'm not going to quit, right? It's got to be there. So, if I get nasally or I cough or something, guys, I got it. It's my boss had it, and yes, he watches my channel. So, Mr. Samuel, I'm going to blame you for this. All right, guys, welcome. I came on early. I have so much to say, especially when I don't get to stream. I was off yesterday, which means I was lurking in other people's chats. I love seeing what other people are talking about with Madeline Soto. And guys, I don't know if it's Mercury in retrograde or what, but on my channel at Guilty of Crime, we are family here. We are the Guilty of Crime family. If you have a difference of opinion, we all love each other and we can agree to disagree in a nice way. I never time my people out, by the way. I never time you guys out unless you're saying something bad to me and it's a troll. So the reason I start this episode that way is because I was in another chat earlier and it wasn't the person running it, but I got timed out and I got attacked for asking the chat a question. I asked them how many people in chat have children because of the Madeline Soto case. If you have a child, especially a child that's 9 or 10, oh my God, sometimes it gives you nightmares to go over this case. Well, somebody in the chat said, if Jay from Guilty of Crime is here, I'm leaving. And then I ended up getting timed out. I don't even know what happened to Nazca. The Nazca was in there with me. I'm not sure what went down, guys, but that's not how we do at Guilty of Crime. Everybody's relevant to this case. If you don't have children, it might be a little bit easier to digest because when you're reading those documents, my goodness, I had nightmares at the beginning of this. That being said, that's why I came on a little early to just get it all out. I'm feeling so much better with my crew. Foxy Amazon, Synth, Carly's going to be here in a bit. I talked to Sweetie, and she is still having, her things. She's with one of her family members, and we send her love. We love you, Sweetie, if you listen to this later. But we're all love here. Thank you to my mods. You guys are the most loyal, best mods, most loyal, and I love you guys. All love here. So, I don't know. I that was a little bit of a weird thing. I hadn't been streaming, so I thought I'd go into the chat. And when I said, "Hey, do you have children? Does anyone have children?" They said, "What is it not real? So you mean you can't do this case if you don't have children?" I actually got yelled at by somebody because I asked that question. I was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa!" Oh, and I got called a gatekeeper. They called me a gatekeeper, whatever that means. So that being said, We don't do that on my channel. It's all love. And you know what? Today, it's not just the 911 call. We are talking about Jennifer Soto never calling 911. And I'm telling you, it hit me like a ton of bricks why she never called 911. I've told you before, but when she's distancing herself from the case, number one. Number two, she does not want that 911 call to ever be put into evidence, and then hear how she deflects her tones, how excited or not excited she is. And when I heard Plunder talking about it, saying that she lied 7 different times about calling 911, I just about blew up. I said, yes, people are getting onto the arrest Jenn Soto train, you guys. So I got the enhanced audio of the 911 calls I'm going to play. Also, I got hit by a ton of bricks, you guys. Right. And before I start the show, let me say thank you so much, Rosie Rose 80, for the $2.99 super sticker. You guys come in, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and get a membership if you can. We're all a family. We love you here, whether you can afford to get a membership or not. Andrea, thank you so very much for becoming the Guilty of Crime crew family. You're official. I also want to thank all of the people on Patreon. I've got a lot of Patreon supporters now, and that means I got to go over there and do a stream. And I think I'm going to have Foxy help me. I'll talk to you about that later, Foxy. But again, thank you guys. I love you guys. I cannot thank you enough for the support and the loyalty that I have from you and to you all. Okay, so that being said, it hit me with a ton of bricks. I heard the new video from Plunder. So she came out with 2 videos back to back. She's getting new audio, Plunder True Crime. She's got the Jennifer 227 unredacted audio that says, sometimes Stephan will go upstairs with me and my daughter in our bedroom alone. And that's referring to the 911 call. And then she came out with another one again, back to back, that talks about, it shows Stephan Stearns in that room talking to officers, and a brick hit me. A brick hit me again. And I'm going to show you what that brick was. Again, I ask you, what was Madeline Soto wearing the last time Jennifer Soto saw her? And what was she wearing the last time Stephan Stearns saw her? You guys put that in chat as I lead up to it and say hi. Hello, Marilyn Cruz. Much love to you. We have 135 people in chat. Smash that crime button. There's actually 135, 57 likes. Porque mi familia. Thank you. Samantha, Jamie, I am the GOAT and have your support 100%. Thank you guys. I love you so very much. Rosie says yes, and he's a father figure. Yes, that too. That was a story that was scripted by Jenn Soto and Stephan Stearns, in my opinion, to lead the police astray from what actually happened. They did not think that this case was going to hit international news, and they did not think that the entire country and the entire Florida was going to be on this case like flies on poop, you guys. They had no idea. They thought they had it figured out, but they didn't. It happened so very quickly that it got sloppy. Let me tell you what, Jenn and Stephan are both dirty, sloppy, messy people, but they're not messy when it comes to what's been happening over the years with the pills and the CSAM of Maddie. They've never been caught. It's been years, okay? So in my opinion, Jenn was creating distance between Stephan Stearns and the death of Maddie with many of the things she said that we're going to talk about today. Thank you so very much, Patty, for the $2 super sticker. Everything that comes to the Guilty of Crime channel goes back to the Guilty of Crime channel, either donated or for the software that I have to pay for, etc., etc. So thank you very much. Maybe one day I'll make enough to do other things. But right now I appreciate it so very much. So Jenn was created an alibi for Stephan Stearns and created an alibi, in my opinion, for herself with the blood appointment. That's what I heard when I heard Stephan talking to the officer and Jenn talking to the officer. Now, they also asked Jenn specificities about that day, you guys. They asked her very specifically what she was doing that morning and did she see Madeline leave. She said yes at first, then she changed her mind, and then she said she was sleeping. Now we're going to hear this. Stephan Stearns, however, said something completely different. He said he woke Jenn up all throughout the morning and gave her updates on what was happening, and he came in the room, got the leash. Now I believe the leash was to hold Madeline Soto up. Now Jenn Soto is very specific about her blood appointment. Every time she goes from 9:18 to 10:22, there's a reason for that, folks. There's a reason. Thank you so much, Rosie, for the $1.99 super sticker. Then all of a sudden, Jenn's specificity changes when we start talking about between 10:30, 11:15, and 1 o'clock, when Maddie's body was in the trunk and Jenn Soto and Stephan Stearns were chit-chatting, in my opinion, about where to put the body. Now, sloppiness doesn't just happen because you're a sloppy person. No, these people were not sloppy when it came to being deceitful with the PPP money, being deceitful with the GoFundMe money. They were very cautious. Why did they get so careless with Maddie's body? Why did they get so careless in getting her out so soon before the roommates left? I tell you why. Because something went down in that house that was unexpected. I believe it's a jealousy thing, as well as Jenn trying to distance herself from Stephan by telling the officer, go look at the cameras. She wanted to distance herself from Stephan, and she wanted to give him an alibi so they can see that he was at that vape shop. But they didn't know Maddie's body was still in the trunk at that time. All right. So I think the arguments between Jenn and Stephan, there was an imbalance of emotion between the two. Jenn had no emotion. Stephan had lots of emotion. And Jenn was like, hey, idiot, get with it. She's wearing black shorts and a freaking hoodie. You're going to tell them what she's wearing. They're going to find her. Knock it off. Right. And they were hoping that that little girl on the camera was going to be wearing that. And it hit me. Stephan Stearns said it again. He's the one that dropped Maddie's body off. He knew what she was wearing. He wasn't in the same room with Jenn. And he says it again. He says Maddie was wearing black shorts and a green hoodie. Now, at this time, he didn't know they were going to take his phone. And he didn't know that they were about to find her body. Okay? So the narrative starts to change multiple times in this one conversation we're going to listen to today. Miriam says this is everyone's concern. I'm not sure about that, what we're talking about, but hey, Tutu, Kathy, how you doing? Everybody, what's up? Because God gave Stephan Stearns a flat tire. Jenn gave directions. Where to? Probably the lake. Good to hear ya. Carrie, Mr. Mickey Mouse. All right, I'm going to start off real quick with Mr. Mickey Mouse because I need you guys to hear what he says about Jenn Soto. And this is not from Plunder. I actually pulled this from an old interview from Court TV where he tells these guys, this is right before he gets arrested, he clearly tells the officers that he was in and out of Jenn Soto's room and he gave her updates all morning long. We missed that. I missed that. What's up, Carrie? Good to see you. Edith, Rosie, Foxy, everybody. All right, we missed that. Jenn said she was sleeping until 9. She slept in. She knew nothing about anything. She heard roommates. She thinks they were roommates in the kitchen. She doesn't know if it was Patty. I missed it. We all missed it. Stephan Stearns is going to tell the officers he was updating her all morning on what was going on with him and Madeline Soto. Let's listen to this for a second, and then you're going to hear Stephan Stearns tell the officers once again that little girl, Madeline Soto's body that he dumped and knew exactly what she was wearing, that he was going to follow Jenn Soto's narrative because she probably thought that the girl at the church was wearing something similar. None of us caught this, or none of us have talked on the channel about it. Welcome, wow. Good to see you. All right, so we're going to get into this. This is what we're going to listen to right now. I don't feel good. I'm still sick, but I can't not do this. They have not taken a lie detector test. I don't know why. All right, listen up. This officer asks him that morning, was Jenn Soto awake? What was happening? What was Jenn Soto doing while Stephan Stearns was doing nefarious things? All right.
But it was early. Maybe 7:30, 7:45, something like that. I'm not sure. I'm honestly not certain.
That's fine.
The plan
Was Jennifer awake when you guys left?
Semi-awake. I was giving her updates as we were going along. Getting ready, she's getting dressed. We're leaving now. Goodbye.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that? It goes so quick. It goes so quick. What's up, MFAR? Completely opposite of what Jenn Soto says. Avis, my girl, how you doing? Complete opposite. Jenn Soto says she slept in that morning, heard a little bit of voices, went back to sleep. Stephan Stearns literally just told the officers that he was updating her all morning, that she was getting dressed, she was getting ready, and what was happening throughout the morning. Yes, he is a bullshitter, but I'm going to tell you something. Jenn Soto, in my opinion, is the puppet master. She smacked him into shape and said, listen, if you keep saying what clothes Maddie was wearing, they're going to be able to find her faster. Stop. Maybe if she got to the Gators or something came, they won't be able to identify what she's wearing. Stop it. And you're going to hear that next. Ashley, you caught a cold. This cold is awful. But thank you for being here anyway. I'm going to rewind it real quick because it went fast. This is what he's telling her that he was giving her. And I remember this conversation. I just didn't put two and two together that Jenn said the opposite of this.
Got up early. The plan was to get some McDonald's on the way. So we got up nice and early.
Do you remember what time you left, roughly?
Not 100%.
Okay.
I'm sorry. My memory is not been super reliable.
No, that's fine.
But it was early. Maybe 7:30, 7:45, something like that. I'm not sure. I'm honestly not certain.
That's fine.
The plan
was Jennifer awake when you guys left?
Semi-awake. I was giving her updates as we were going along.
Giving her updates.
Ready, she's getting dressed. We're leaving now. Goodbye.
What I think he really meant by that is he was getting Maddie's stuff ready to toss out. She had dropped the crock. Maybe he needed help. He also needed some sort of direction. Again, there was very sloppy work that had to happen fast. That is not what she said at all. How is he giving her updates about Maddie being dressed and what's going on if she was sleeping? And what happened to that dog leash? What happened to that story about him taking her out? And Stephan Stearns is yes, he absolutely wants to save his ass. I don't blame him, but I believe that Jenn Soto is the puppet master here, you guys. All right.
She was sleeping in, so I was just giving her little updates and poking my head in as we went. But we leave the house. We start making our way to the school.
Now we're only listening to a couple more minutes of this, and he's going to tell the officers Jenn Soto is not in the room slapping him with the narrative. He's going to give the same narrative, black shorts and a green hoodie. I ask why he says that when he knew exactly what she was wearing. because you're an idiot. If you don't want them finding the body, you're not going to tell them what to look for, dummy. Stop making yourself look like that. That's what I'm saying. I can imagine Jenn Soto telling him, and absolutely, abso-freaking-lutely, Tony.
Most of the time, we make our way over towards her school area. I ask her if she's still in the mood for McDonald's. She says no. She doesn't want it anymore. Okay. Continued on. It was still pretty early though, I think. We still had some time to kill. It wasn't really time to drop her off yet.
He says there was time to kill, but there wasn't time to drop her. It wasn't time to drop her off yet. I'm telling you guys, I know there was a jealous rage that happened, but why that particular day? That's what I want to know. Everything happened on that day. Something went down that way and that went awry. And all I can say, guys, is when an officer asks you what your biggest fear is and your child's missing, you tell them that you say, my biggest fear is they got kidnapped. My biggest fear is whatever your biggest fear is about your child, not about your child marrying a guy and running away with him that has been CSAMing her for years, abusing her for years. That's not what you say. All right. So again, but I think she had enough. I think Maddie had enough, and it exploded.
I had apparently forgotten my clicker key fob for the gate. So I ended up actually turning around at some point and going back to the community to get the clicker. I had to use my parking sticker to get in for the guy to scan. I took errands to run afterwards, and I wanted to have my phone. But we still had plenty of time as far as I knew.
All right, they're going to ask him in another minute what she was wearing, and he's going to use Jenn Soto's narrative. I absolutely, you guys, believe that Jenn Soto was using Maddie long before Stephan Stearns as bait. When I go back and I look at the pictures of the way they dressed Maddie up when she was younger, the picture she took laying on her stomach, almost looking in a provocative way with makeup, I absolutely believe that she was the bait for Jenn Soto. And Stephan Stearns picked up on that bait. Again, no, I don't think that he groomed her. I think that he found a woman, I wouldn't call her woman, a potato that was willing to let her daughter do whatever he wanted to keep him, to get the pills, all that. And that's why I'm on today, because I just cannot let that go. I'm not even going to be able to sleep tonight knowing how much she changes her narrative in one conversation that we're going to listen to next. And this narrative that he's giving them is Jenn's narrative. Listen up. Then we'll switch to the next thing.
So we did that, grabbed the clicker, left again. And that's when we drove over to her school area, and I dropped her off where I dropped her off.
Okay. Do you remember where you dropped her off?
Yeah, it was the stretch of road. I forget the street name. It was the stretch of road that the school is on. Make a right onto it. It goes down a little ways. There's some communities over here, and then up further there's a church, and then there's the overpass and the school on the other side of the overpass right there. I dropped her off on that stretch where the communities are.
Was she by herself when you dropped her? Was her friends there?
Yeah, she was by herself. She said she was going to go find her friends and hang out with them when we show up.
Okay.
It was still early.
Where did you go after that? Like, did you see her walk towards the...
I saw her making her way.
All right, now we already know all this stupid language. I saw her making her way, yada, yada. All right. In 25 more seconds, he's going to say She's wearing black shorts and a green hoodie. I wonder if the officers did show them the footage from the school and they kept that narrative. Again, this whole thing was sloppy. All of it was sloppy. It wasn't planned well. Jenn needed an alibi. She did that blood work thing. You don't really need an appointment. You can go in, they give you a paper to get blood work, and you can go in whatever time. So in between him meandering around and trying to put himself on video, she was also doing what she needed to do. And then they knew they couldn't talk over the phone, so they had to match themselves up. All right. Guys, I have 280 people in chat. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, get a membership if you can. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chat, Super Sticker, all helps the channel. Thank you so much. All right, let's keep going. We're almost done with this. Listen, he's going to say Jenn's story about those clothes again. He knew what she was wearing because he was the one that dropped her off.
Towards the direction of the school, but she was like kind of shuffle step. She was meandering her way there. She was rummaging through her backpack for something. I assumed she was looking for headphones, maybe. As it turns out, she did leave her phone at home that day, so she might have actually been looking for a phone.
Gotcha. Okay. What was she wearing when she left?
What was she wearing?
Green hoodie, black shorts, black or blue, black shorts.
Why did he use that narrative? What do you guys think? He literally used the same narrative. I've heard it 3 or 4 different times and they've switched it up, but he only switched it up because of Jenn Soto being there. Now he knows she's in the other room talking, and forever true, since Stephan Stearns, they've arrested 2 males, and I've covered that. Yes, they did, and we don't know just yet, but we know there's some connections with them producing CSAM. One of them produces CSAM with males and the other one females. Thank you, Kathy Rivera, so much for becoming a Guilty of Crime crew member. Thank you. Welcome to the family. All right, did you guys hear that? I know you heard that. We've heard different things, but why is it? Why is it? It's because he's lying? No, he is lying. But I wonder why when he told them originally what she was wearing. Jenn's the one that came up with that narrative. So the police, are the police not looking at that? She's the one that kind of smacked him and said, no, black shorts. He knew what she was wearing. He dropped her off. Yes, he's lying, but why? All right, Shannon, I'm going to play it one more time just because I can't get it out of my head, and then we'll move on. Because next time when I hear Jenn Soto say it again, I just wonder why.
There, she was rummaging through her backpack for something. I assumed she was looking for headphones, maybe. As it turns out, she did leave her phone at home that day, so she might have actually been looking for a phone.
Gotcha. Okay. What was she wearing when she left, or when you dropped her off?
Green hoodie, black shorts, black or blue, black shorts, white Crocs.
White Crocs. Okay.
Remember, her body got found with no Crocs. One Croc they found in the trash, and the other one they found in Maddie's in Jenn's room. All right. So yes, she was wearing pants, jeans, a black a hoodie. Yeah, definitely evil. So yeah, that came from Jenn Soto. That's what I wanted to show you. It makes me so upset about it. All right, now we're gonna do this so it doesn't get away from us. We are actually going to listen to these 911 calls enhanced before we get into anything else. I love the mob crew. I don't care what anyone says. Mob crew always does a really good job. We're going to listen to his enhanced footage to see what we hear in the background and to understand Jenn Soto never called 911. But what do we hear in the background? Wow, I love watching you daily. I want Jenn arrested. Been here since the beginning. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. What's up, baby D? How are you? They are actually part of her now. Jeggings. So funny. Yes, Mob's awesome. I love what he does with this video. So let's listen to the enhanced 911 calls, and then we'll get into the plunder video and then some audio. I just want you to hear her. I love hearing Plunder say that Jenn lied 7 times. I love it. I love it. I wish every creator realized that Jenn lies a lot, and in my opinion, is the puppet master.
We could hear certain parts better. And what's interesting is you can actually hear Jenn Soto talking in the background. So for those that are unfamiliar, there are 3 calls that came in. So according to Jenn Soto, the mother, she went to go pick up Madeline at 4 p.m. when school is out, but Madeline Soto did not make it to school. And then it says that they went and looked in the neighborhoods and drove to the grandmother's office, but of course they could not find her. And then at the top, we can hear from the report that the deputies arrived at approximately 7:48. Assume the calls start coming in sometime before after 5 p.m. approximately. That's just a guess. So now we're going to go ahead and listen to the 3 calls.
And then when we hear the audio, we're going to get a different perspective on how she changes her narrative, Jenn Soto. Not only does she change her narrative, but her tone changes so many times. Every time she's lying, she whispers. Sometimes she gets real excited, and other times you can tell she's getting upset and she stops herself. Kathy Ledesma, welcome. I'm glad you caught alive, and I always like to shout out my folks that I don't get to see all the time. Jay, I said she's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I saw her put up 7 times. Yeah. Oh man, we can count. We can count all day long. I'll get one more. Linda Glover, back to the house to click or get instructions from Jenn. Yes, I believe that. Get instructions from Jenn, then drove till 9:41, went to the Holiday Inn, put Maddie in the trunk, waited for close to 10, and then he went back to go make sure what the heck he's supposed to do. He needed to know what to do with Maddie's body, and he couldn't do it on the phone. Alana Denise, what's up, my girl? Thank you so much for the $4.99 super sticker. We will, for that one, we'll say hashtag take your meds, and then I'll keep going. Every time it gets me. Thank you. I hope that made you laugh. All right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Potatoes are. All right, let's listen to this.
In order as they came in. Now, like I said, it's very interesting because there are some things that Jenn Soto says in the background. The first 2 calls come from what I understand is Jenn Soto's sister. And then the third call is the grandmother. So anyway, I'll need your guys' help because there's a few things that I can understand and there's a few things that are kind of garbled. And maybe with releasing this video, maybe you guys could maybe pick out what is being said in the background. So we're going to go ahead and play call number 1.
Clam chowder.
911, what's the location of your emergency? And is there a specific apartment number, ma'am? And do you need police, fire, or medical?
Police, possibly. I'm reporting a missing child.
Okay. And what is the name of the business there, ma'am?
The business?
Okay. And the child that you're trying to report missing, are you calling on behalf of the parent?
Yes, on behalf of the mother. She's right.
Okay. And then and ma'am, how old is the child? And could I go ahead and get her name?
Yes,
And is she white, black, or Hispanic?
She's white.
Okay. And
dirty blonde hair, blue eyes.
Okay, hold on with me here. And then what color shirt and pants was she last seen wearing?
Okay, so I paused it there. This is where the operator asks, what was she last seen wearing?
Here we go again.
You would think that they would know what she was last wearing, but unfortunately that is not the case. But you do hear the mother in the background saying a few things. And so I'm going to go ahead and play this and then repeat this area where I can hear the mother saying something.
Yeah, this is really good here. And again, we've heard them say what she was wearing many times. Why did they not know what she was wearing? And again, I wonder if Jenn went to her family or her sister and say, I'm having a panic attack. Can you call? I bet you she didn't do that. And yes, they say white because I believe her blue eyes and blondish hair. She in fact is Hispanic. She's got Puerto Rican and I believe is it Dominican? What was it? Colombian? I can't remember, but I know she's part Puerto Rican from grandpa. Some of you other folks will know, but Hispanic. We'll go with Hispanic, yes. Kimber Smiles, thank you so much for the 1999 super sticker. I appreciate you so very much. Yeah, there's half and half. It's like Puerto Rican, and I always get Dominican Republic and Colombian, so Hispanic.
And we'll discuss it.
Jen, what color shirt and like what was she last wearing? Hold on.
So, from what it sounds like to me, and let me know what you guys think in the comments, it sounds like, I don't know, I didn't see him or see her, but something to the lines of, I don't know, I didn't see him or see her.
Hold on.
Okay, so she did say I didn't see them, so they're asking for that. I think it's blue. What's blue? I missed something. Okay, so she did say I didn't see them. So if you look at the body cam footage a little while later, Jenn Soto is clearly saying, hey, dummy, she's wearing black shorts and a green hoodie in the 911 call, which was made at the grandma's office. She's literally in the back saying, I didn't see them. So how did she go from I didn't see them on the 911 call to correcting Stephan in that body cam footage? I just don't understand. I don't know how she gets away with this, or how, if she is going to. I didn't
Hold
see
on.
him.
We're finding out.
Let me know what you think in the comments. I hear something along the lines, something like I didn't see her or didn't see them, referring to the clothes. Which obviously later on, when the officers arrive hours later, she would say that she had saw her daughter getting ready for school. So now I'm going to...
Yeah, we know that one. And if you guys are having trouble gifting or gifting memberships from your phone, you could do like Holly and send a super chat or super sticker and just say, hey, Jay, gift a membership, and I'll gift a membership for you. Holly asks, good to see you, my girl. Sometimes I think of these kids get too old for some of these monsters. Keep up the great work, Jay. You're the GOAT. Thank you so much, Holly S. Thank you. I see you on a lot of channels. I'm going to be doing another collab with Toddy One soon, and Rebecca Michelot and Bree Michelot very soon. So watch out for that. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Yeah, you guys can do a super chat, and I'll gift for you. So it's all the same. Let's keep going.
Continue playing until the next time we hear the mother speaking.
Okay, and then how long has it been, though, since you guys have last seen her?
Since this morning. She was dropped off at school this morning, and apparently she never showed up. We called everyone we knew. No one's seen her.
Okay, and then so, ma'am, I just want to confirm, though, was she...
Okay, right here is when you can hear Jenn Soto in the background saying something like, okay, it's a possible green sweatshirt is what I hear. Now, it's really kind of, you can hear the first part of Jenn Soto, and then the operator starts speaking, and they're kind of speaking over each other. But to me, and let me know what you think in the comments, but it sounds like she says, okay, it's a possible green sweatshirt. And I'll play it a few times.
Okay, and then so, ma'am, I just want to confirm, though, was she last... Okay, and then so... And then so... And then so...
So can you hear that? Okay, it's a possible green sweatshirt is what I hear. If you hear something different, please let me know in the comments. And then she continues saying something. I don't know if she's describing, her pants or whatever. But from there, the operator really kind of overlaps her, and it's really hard to hear what she finishes saying. From here, I'm just going ahead and play it until the next part.
Apparently she never showed up. We called everyone we knew. No one's seen her.
Okay, and then so, ma'am, I just want to confirm, though, was she last seen from this address? Is this where you guys last saw her?
No. She was last seen at the church next to Hunters Creek Middle School. I think it's called Peace Church. I'm not sure of the exact address. She was wearing a dark green hoodie, I believe.
So notice now she says it's a possible dark green hoodie, which is just about 20 seconds after we heard the mother saying something about a possible green sweatshirt. So
She was wearing a dark green hoodie, I believe.
What is the name of the church?
I think I'm pretty sure it's called Peace Church. It's the one right next to Hunters Creek Middle School. It's the, well, no.
Got it. It's across the street from it?
I believe so, yeah. There's two. I just forgot about the other one. It's not Focal Point Church. It's,
Well, is it Peace United Methodist Church?
yes.
Okay. Okay. Is she diagnosed with any medical, mental conditions at all?
I know she takes medication for ADHD, and I think that I'm pretty sure.
Again, they don't talk about her asthma, and asthma can be a big deal, folks. When a kid has ADHD and they're taking these meds to speed them up, and then they're taking all these sleepy pills to bring them down, but they have asthma. They don't talk about her asthma at all. That also could have been a factor in the death of Madeline Soto as well. She could have lost her breath quickly from whatever was happening to her, as well as being double dosed that night, but yet nobody says anything. Nobody says anything about that. And yes, Carolina Hurtado, you're right. All right, let me keep playing that.
That's it.
Okay. Sorry, bear with me here. And is she known to carry anything on her person, like a pocket knife, pepper spray, anything at all like that?
No,
Okay.
no, nothing like that.
Does she have a cell phone that she might keep on her person?
She doesn't. She had one when she left it at home conveniently today.
Okay.
okay, so here's another.
And you guys heard that, right? She said she left it at home conveniently today, which to me means that they're on to Jenn Soto and Stephan Stearns. They hate Stephan Stearns, right? But that was a jab, guys. That was a big jab when they said she left her phone conveniently. All right. Having the sister relay the information is just another sick, nasty tactic at stalling the search. Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate you for that. All the mothers out there, I appreciate it. Yeah, I hate all the pills, and I love that she said conveniently. They guess they must sound awful. Thank you for loving the channel. Jen's a gypsy. My girl, yeah, conveniently. That was a jab. That was a huge jab. Carolina says guilty of crime. 98% of people who call 911 are the ones who are responsible for a crime committed. I don't know if Jenn Soto refused the call because she was in shock that Maddie was missing. Now, Carolina Hurtado, if you go a little bit further, do me a favor. Go and look at how many people committed the crime that don't call 911, and it's a huge number. They do it on purpose because they don't want it being used against them. They know, and we're going to talk about that when plunder goes up. But if you could get me some statistics on people that should be calling 911 that pass the phone to someone else or never call it, like Katie and Chris, there's a huge number in that as well. Love you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you. All right.
Another part where Jenn Soto speaks, and this is very interesting. Operator asked about cell phone. Here is the sister of Jenn Soto's response.
Does she have a cell phone that she might keep on her person?
She doesn't. She had one when she left it at home conveniently today.
Conveniently.
Okay.
Now we hear the mother right here say what I believe. Let me know what you think in the comments. But it sounds like she says we're going to go to this high school.
Okay. 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 Okay.
I hear something. I hear high school, and it does kind of confirm what she says at the end, that the mother is going to go to the high school just before this, or as this call ends. So, and then there's another thing that the mom says here in just a minute, but it does. Let me know what you think.
Now, this is a huge ruse, in my opinion, as well, folks. She did not do that. She did not go an hour and a half or 2 hours early every day to pick up Madeline. I believe she was anxious. She knew what happened. Stephan was out there with a flat tire, and she's like, man, I better just get out of here and make it look like, because Jenn Soto was not Mom of the Year. That is an absolutely false narrative that she gave, that she went at 2:30. She went, what, an hour and a half, 2 hours early? Total BS. Jay, the crush talk was the day before when Stephan Sturge was totally anxious for the meds. I think that was like a betrayal to him. Yes, that was in the, that's the other talk that they have with the police officers that I showed you earlier about crushing on. But yeah, that was not, today we're not talking about that. I will talk about that very soon, however. His hair raising experiences on 192. Again, he made it very apparent that he did not know that area. He did that on purpose.
You hear, that sounds like she says, I hear high school.
Okay. Right there. It's over there. Okay.
And here,
Right there. It's over there. Okay.
Hey, my love.
and here's an exchange between the sisters, Jenn and her sister, the caller, where the caller is saying, it's here, it's right over there. And then what sounds like Jenn Soto's saying that they're going to the school. Let me know what you think.
Right there. It's over there. Okay. Right there. It's over there. Okay.
Right there, over there, and then the mother says going to the school.
Right there. It's over there. Okay.
And ma'am, what is your name?
My name is.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's
And just so
BS.
we recognize you when we arrive there, though, at the advance, come meet with you guys. Are you man, white, black, Indian, Asian, or Hispanic?
I'm Hispanic.
And what color shirt and pants will you be wearing?
Yes, he
Pants,
did.
dark wash jeans. I have a green cardigan on and a white shirt.
Thank you. And I just need to verbally confirm this all. Do you have any at all weapons on your person?
No, I didn't.
Okay. All right. And are you going to be waiting for us inside?
Yeah. I'll come outside. I do a see-through glass. So I'll see when you guys show up.
Why
Okay,
did-
perfect then. So then I'll get a call placed for service. We'll have deputies out there to come and make a report with you and to come and assist with trying to find your, okay?
Okay. Her mother and they're going to the school to double check and everything. But from what we know, she wasn't there. So they should be back soon too, because it's right next to the school.
Yeah, that's fine. So if at least
I bet you when Jenn went back and Stephan went with her, I bet you they were chit-chatting about what was going to happen next and what they needed to do. You're going to hear so many different tones in this little interview that we're going to listen to, this audio from Plunder. It's like 33 minutes. The first 3 minutes is not really nothing. I'll play the first part where she talks about, I think, her body. I have to play that because the way it sounds is terrible. FYI, I have to resubscribe. I've been here since Corey. I can see the courthouse from my front window. Hello, Just Jazzy. We're going to be doing some stuff on the Corey Michelow case on Sunday. You guys, Sunday, that's right. This Sunday, we're going to do a live stream with Toddy One, Rebecca, hopefully Bree, Corey Michelow. We're trying to make things happen and get those laws changed, folks. So Sunday, this Sunday, mark your calendar. All right, guys. Yes, hashtag arrest Jenn Soto. I feel my blood boiling too, and that's why I'm here. I really should be in bed taking a nap, but I can't. And then when I got kicked out of someone else's chat because people were talking crap to me and saying all kinds of stuff, I was like, oh, I gotta get up and talk to my folks. Yes, hit the like button, subscribe, get a membership if you can. Love you guys. Let's keep going. We got a show.
at least one of you remains there, though, to meet with an officer, that's more than fine, okay?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Okay, then. All right. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I'll go ahead and let you go. We'll be out there as quickly as we can, okay?
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Okay, so that was call number 1. Now, as we hear at the end of that call, that the mother and I believe grandmother they were going to the school to see if they could find Madeline. But here is call number 2.
Yeah, what the heck? What did I do?
What is the location of your emergency?
Okay, police or medical?
Hi, I called not that long ago reporting a missing child. I just wanted to know how long the cops are going to take to get here.
Okay, hold on. Let me open up the call and let's see. The call is still currently pending to have the deputies respond out there. We don't have any available deputies. We still have the call up, though, holding.
Okay, so no one's on their way yet?
It doesn't
Not yet,
matter.
no.
Does it take long for them to respond to the call?
if there's a big emergency in the area, and there's no
Yes.
units available, they put the calls on hold. But as soon as one becomes available, they respond to the next pressing call.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank
We just
you.
need one here urgently. So
I
if
understand.
there's anything you
We
guys
still
can
have
do.
the call. We still have the call holding.
Yes.
Yep, we still have the call holding for them. I'll go ahead and update them with the information.
Okay, this is where we'll hear Jenn Soto in the background. I'm assuming Jenn Soto saying that she was last seen at
No.
8 a.m., which means that between calling 1 and 2 that they had came back from going to the school.
All right. Thank you. Because this happened very recently, so we just want to get everyone here since 8 a.m. She's been missing since 8 a.m. So we. All right. Thank you. Because this happened very recently, so we just want to get everyone here since 8 a.m. She's been missing since 8 a.m. Want to get everyone here since 8 a.m.
I do want you to know I do feel like the Kissimmee Police Department, and I don't know if that was Kissimmee because remember they had to go. She went to a different school district, a better district. So there's Osceola, and then there's Kissimmee, I believe. I do think they did a good job, guys. They found her. Well, thanks to Thomas Karras, they found her within what 4-5 days. But here there were 2 other children missing. It ended up being like a mix up, but they were looking for other children. And guess what? The 911 call wasn't that urgent. There literally should have been Jenn Soto should have been on the phone and said, "Oh my God, my boyfriend," which is what she called him, dropped her off real early this morning, and I can't believe she's not there. I can't find her. No one's seen her. None of that went down. It was somebody on the phone and her in the background, not even knowing what her daughter wore. So to me, that 911 person, I think, did the best they could with other children missing, you guys. That's what I think. There should have definitely been that, and that didn't happen. So what are they supposed to do? St. Thomas, thank you. Imagine having to wait for them to come while your child. But she wasn't even tripping. Jenn Soto was shaking, and her and Stephan were trying to get their stories together. I couldn't imagine having my child, but I would have been on the phone ripping a new one. I would have been out there looking. I would have been out of my mind, guys. I would not have been like that. Okay, so they were all just meandering around because Jenn Soto laid that foundation down. She's just like, I don't know. Stephan dropped her off. I'm sure she's fine. Jen's sister, I believe. I don't even want to speculate. I think she's younger only because she looks younger. But I think she might be younger than Jenn. I'm not really sure. But yeah, Stephanie and Jenn, they look like they're thick as thieves, guys. I don't know. Carolina says, sorry to hear that you're not feeling well, but you get better about your experience. That's okay. I'm not worried about the channel. It's just, I think there's a little bit of stuff going around nowadays. You know how that goes. You guys know I'm a couple of mods down. When you get mods that and you have disagreements on your channel, you're gonna have other people that have disagreements, and then all of a sudden, I think that's what it was, guys. Because normally I'm all good with everybody, but it's no big deal. I can come on my channel and I could vent. It had nothing to do with the creator. The creator is sweet as pie to me. It was the people in chat, guys. The people in chat just started attacking me about whatever. It was just nonsense. So, yeah, it's all good. That happens, but we try not to let that happen in my channel. All right, you guys can say whatever you guys want, and nobody's gonna punk you guys for your opinions. It's all good. It's all no, I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. It was the people in chat. Yeah, some of my folks were there and they saw what happened. I was like all of a sudden getting called out, being called a gatekeeper and all kinds of other shit that is completely not who I am. But if you want to gaslight me, then yeah, that's what happens. At the end of the day, we're here for Madeline Soto. We're here to make the change. We got that bench going. We've got the t-shirts. We're doing things, guys. So yeah, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about all that. Jennifer Soto is now going to become an advocate. Yeah, her and Casey Anthony are going to become advocates for missing children. Yeah, you guys, if you see me in other chats, just know you know who Jay from Guilty of Crime is, and I don't do stuff like that. It's just not my mojo. So if someone accuses me of something, it's just gaslighting, guys. I'm all good. When someone gaslights me, I'm a Leo. I got fire. Gaslight me. You're just making my fire bigger, baby. Thank you, Rachel, for the one Guilty of Crime membership. Yeah, I wasn't even feeling good today, too. But yeah, there's jealousy going on. It's just silly stuff. But we're here for Madeline Soto. And like I said, I'm a Leo, baby. I'm all fire. So you gaslight me, you're just blowing my flames up even better. Right? Right. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going.
She's been missing. Everyone here since 8 a.m. She's been missing since 8 a.m. So we want to get.
So
Yep.
obviously that's a big concern because Jenn Soto, in the
Yes.
report, when the
Yes.
officers arrive a few hours later, she claims that on February
Yep.
26th at approximately 8 a.m., Jennifer, the mother, observed Madeline getting dressed for school. And Stephan Stearns took
Thank
Madeline to
you.
school.
Appreciate
So
you.
that is definitely a huge red flag, which obviously we have heard before.
Yes, baby. They
She's
feed
been
the
missing since
fire.
8 a.m. So
That's
we want to
right.
get everything done as soon as possible to try to find her.
I understand.
Okay.
Roar, baby.
Thank you.
Roar.
Okay, so that's the end of call 2. So this is call number 3, and assume
All right, it's only a couple more minutes. We got Yolanda. Yolanda gets an attitude. That's what a grandma should do. I know her frustration. And yeah, baby, let's go. Fellow Leo. Us Leos are the most loyal people on the planet. We're friends for life. And when you feed my fire, it just gets bigger. That's all good. RL Frogs, what's up? Casey Anthony is help looking for missing kids. Yes, she is. Go take a look at my channel. I got an hour-long episode about Casey Anthony being an advocate for children, and she's paying. She is charging $7 a person for legal advice on Substack. Yeah, Sag, fire baby. Fire baby. Yeah, they hate exactly. All right, yeah, us fire signs, we got it. And then when we got this crew, we got you guys. I got you guys, right? All I gotta do is call on my people, and you guys come at a drop of a hat. So we're all good, baby. Let's get through this. We got some serious stuff to talk about after this.
assuming since they had called a bunch of times because nobody was arriving, I'm assuming after this call, then they showed up shortly after. So if the officers arrived at 7:48 or deputy, I'm assuming this call was sometime at the 7 p.m. or later time frame.
911, what is the location of the emergency? Okay, what's going on? You need police, fire, medical.
No, it's not a medical issue.
There's
We
Yolanda.
have a missing child since this morning. We already called 3 times, and the police didn't show up yet.
This is
Are
the
you looking
third time.
for,
Yes.
do you know this? Okay.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, I see it right here for you. Yes, ma'am, I see it. This is waiting for a deputy to respond.
They haven't come here yet.
I'm aware, ma'am. I see it. It's waiting for a deputy to respond.
They're waiting for a deputy to respond.
Yes, ma'am.
And how long more do we need to wait? It's a child missing.
I understand that, ma'am, but I'm just not able to give out ETA.
Okay.
I don't know when they'll be there.
So how long do we need to wait? This
Ma'am,
is an emergency.
ma'am, we have the information, but they're trying to get there someone as soon as possible.
So this is not important for you guys? Really?
Ma'am, we're very busy in the area. Look, I understand they'll be there as soon as they can, okay?
And so that is the 3 911 calls. So, of course, the deputies would show up at 7:48. That's why I think this last call was probably sometime just before that.
All right, and then we saw the body cam. We're gonna get off of this because we still have time and we need to play some of this only because I just love Paula so much in this one. I just I wasn't gonna play any of it. I was gonna go straight to the audio, but I just love how she is roasting Jenn. It's not often that you get Paula to like roast someone, right? She's very humble in her prayers and love her, but this get to it. Play a little bit of this, and then we're going to do the audio, folks. We're at 58 minutes, 372 people in chat. Hit the like button. It's free. Share with your community. That's also free. And if you have the means, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Super Chat, Super Sticker. If you want me to gift memberships, let me know. I can do that as well. All right, guys. Let's keep going. This is gonna crack you. If you haven't seen this, it cracks me up. Paula's serious about this.
Or sometimes Stephan will go upstairs and me and my daughter will be in our bed alone. And I'm not sure if I called 911 before that email or after that email.
She
I
never
think that's
called
when
it.
I called 911.
Nope. Never called 911, lady.
I
Potato.
must have gotten a response from her teacher at that point. I got there and I think I called the cops around that time.
Jennifer Soto has claimed to investigators that she called 911.
Yes.
She has told them, I've gone over these new audio interviews. I'm really going through them with a fine-tooth comb, what we got from the state's attorney's office down there in Florida, comparing it to what cops gave us before. And boy, I see what was redacted. I'm comparing sound waves to see what was missing and what we have now. And what I see, what they kept redacting is all the times Jennifer Soto told police officers that she herself called 911 to report her 13-year-old daughter, Madeline Soto, missing.
So then I drove back to my mom's office. Everything was driving. And then I think that's when I called 911. I must have gotten a response from her teacher at that point.
And I'm sorry, but it was a bald-faced lie. I'm going to.
I love it. Tell her, Paula. Tell her. And you guys could go watch this video. I linked it in chat. We're just going to listen to her for a little bit, and then we're going to get into the audio, listening to all the deflections, all of the tones, all of the BS from Jenn Soto. And I think if you're not convinced that she's involved, I think by the end of this video, you will be. You will be. You will be convinced. And I just say a prayer that none of you guys do anything stupid. Let the justice system work it out. And like Casey Anthony, if Jenn Soto never gets arrested, she's not going to have a happy life, you guys. And she does have to live with what happened to Madeline Soto, her only daughter. All right, let's go.
To show you. But first, let me try and explain a little bit what I'm talking about. Previously, we got all this data. We got all this information. We got all this audio from the state's attorney's office. Well, first we got it from police, then we got it from the state's attorney's office. And some people just assumed, oh, it's the same old thing, but it's not. For example, this top line right here, if you can see where I'm scrubbing, I put the new stuff on the top line, lined it up, and that's the old one. So in the old one, cops took out stuff. You can see there's no sound waves there. I'm comparing it to where the sound waves are. And every time I see a discrepancy, I'm like, oh, let's see what they took out before. I'm finding it fascinating. They took out all the times Jennifer Soto claimed she was the one who personally called 911 when she did not. No wonder cops thought initially they had audio of Jennifer. So this new interview, the new stuff where we were missing before, is from February 27th, 2024 at 23:32 hours. So basically it's almost midnight. It's 11:32 p.m. It's Tuesday. Maddie has been missing about 48 hours. She supposedly was dropped off close to school by Jennifer's boyfriend, Stephan Stearns. And you can hear old Stephan chime in here too. Stearns starts to ask,
I love
Jennifer meets Detective Myra Tagler with the sex crimes unit down in OCSO. Jennifer meets her for the first time this late Tuesday, and Myra is onto her. She's onto Stephan. She's on top of things. She knows something is rotten in Denmark. Something doesn't smell right. Something is wrong with this couple.
As far as I know, my daughter came downstairs to get ready in her. My sister brought my daughter home. Did you see your daughter on Monday morning?
So she's getting Jennifer off to herself so she can talk to Jennifer in a car alone. Great audio. Stearns.
Yeah, we're gonna listen to this for a few more minutes. I love it, guys. I love it. I was convinced from day one. I think we all were convinced from day one. I love it. And I also love this. You guys, if you see my community page, we're having new merch soon. Look at that. Look at the Guilty of Crime stickers. We're going to have so many cool things. We're going to have little bracelets. We're going to have t-shirts, hoodies, and they're actually going to come. So I want to thank you, Tiff, if you're in chat. We're also going to have another merch store set up by Carly. You guys, we're all going to be the Guilty of Crime family. And I'm going to give out some merch as well. Sorry, that was like a squirrel moment because I saw that picture and I was like, Guilty of Crime merch. That's actually going to get to us. All right, let's keep going. What's up, Carly? I see you in here, girl. Probably she's the mastermind behind this. I'm telling you, I 110% believe that she is the mastermind behind what happened on that day. Jenn, when you hear her, is creating distance between herself and Stephan Stearns and the death of Maddie. And she's also creating an alibi for him. Then when that doesn't work, she offers to get him a lawyer, but then she also distanced herself real nice. And that's what I believe by the clothing and her lying about that. That's another reason. That's why they were doing that.
Is just dipping in there asking, are we going to be able to go back home soon? And Detective Myra is saying, I'll explain it to you in a second, because Detective Tagler is about to say, look, you can't go back into that condo at all. But I find it fascinating several things.
No.
The first thing we missed here that they previously redacted is Jennifer explaining to Detective Tagler, sometimes Stephan will go upstairs and me and my daughter will be in our bed alone.
Or sometimes Stephan will go upstairs and me and my daughter will be in our bed alone.
How many times?
That's a lie.
Like, oh, this is just an anomaly. This is a rarity. But I was just so tired Sunday night, February 25th, tired from having nothing to do the next day, basically, except she could have taken Maddie to school herself if Maddie were alive. But anyway, Jennifer was claiming she was so tired, she had to kick Stephan and, Maddie out the room, go sleep in guest bedroom number.
She did say it's a rarity, guys, ladies. They had no idea this case was going to blow up the way it did. Nobody could speculate that ever. And that's what got them caught up. I also want to thank Clementine for the $20 Cash App. I appreciate you so very much. Right? Nobody in the world would think that this would happen the way it went down.
Number 4. Tagler obviously picked up on that weirdness. That's weird. And Tagler's digging into her like, wait, how often does this happen? Now, Jennifer said, sometimes Stephan will go upstairs and me and my daughter will be in our bed alone.
Or sometimes Stephan will go upstairs and me and my daughter will be in our bed alone.
So she's acting like only sometimes Stephan will be upstairs and Jennifer and Maddie will be downstairs in the big master bedroom, primary bedroom. Number 1 on the first floor. How many times is sometimes, I'm asking. But beyond that, every other time, and we'll go through each of these redactions before I let you listen to the whole thing. But this is Tuesday night. No wonder they hauled Jennifer's butt and Stephan's into Central Ops down there in Orange County in Florida. The very next day, they were down there because they knew, even before they found all the nasty CSAM on Stephan's phone, they were getting the heebie-jeebies with this couple.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Yes.
Tagler was really questioning Jennifer, and Jennifer was lying.
Yeah.
Jennifer said at least 5 times.
Actually, at least 7 times or more.
This is what got me.
This interview coupled with the interview from the next day, all this redacted stuff we're finding out now, I'm going to pull it all into here so you can listen to it in one fell swoop. And I'll put a countdown. Number 1, she says in this interview, I'm not sure if I called 911 before that email or after that email.
And I'm not sure if I called 911 before that email or after that email.
Or after that email. That's the first time. She's talking about when she emailed Maddie's pedo teacher. How many pedos are in this case? Remember him, Italo, the Brett
2.
guy, Italo Brett, who's been arrested.
Yeah, Italo Bonini or Italo Brett, right? And then we have the other guy. I always forget his name, but it's in the playlist. Legal advice equals lie your ass off, sleep with your legal counsel. That sounds like Casey Anthony, guys. Yeah, the rocking back and forth. Now, many people in the beginning of this, because you guys know we had to figure this out ourselves as we went. And we figured a lot of this stuff out because we got bits and pieces of interviews from different people. And then who really helped us so much, and I wish I was able to give her a shout out where people knew, was CM. CM was Jenn Soto's roommate that Juan moved in to help her out. Oh my God, did she pick up and give us huge blanks. She filled in the blanks. We knew that Jenn, where she worked, we called to find out what time she came in. We knew how much the rent was. We knew that the moment Juan moved out and CM, that the SA started happening and the CSAM was created. So thanks to CM. Carly, thank you so much for gifting a membership. This has nothing to do with her having the days off right here. This all has something to do with this being part of her alibi and needing to fill in the blanks. Something went awry, something went wrong, and that's why it's so sloppy, guys. That's why they found her so quickly. Well, that and Thomas Karras, right? But she was right out there, like right out there. She wasn't buried. She was pretty much in plain sight. Yes, thank you, Brenda. Brenda, I see a Leo. Brenda the Leo. All right, let's keep going because I got to get Reese in a bit.
And he's pled not guilty, and we got to keep up with his case too. Jennifer was emailing him to say, have you seen Maddie today? Has she attended any of her classes? And he told her no. Jennifer's explaining that to the detectives, and she's saying, I'm not sure if I called 911 before that email or after that email. The second time, she says, I think that's when I called 911.
So then I drove back to my mom's office. Everything was driving. And then I think that's when I called 911. I must have gotten a response from her teacher at that point.
I think she's talking about driving back to her mom's office or after this point. The third time we talked about in the previous video. Now, the third time she claims.
All right, guys, we're going to not listen to this one. We love you, Paula. I wanted you to hear about that, but I have my own commentary. So we're going to play that with the audio. And yeah, I have a lot to say about this. Again, always thanks to Paula for everything she does. Forever true. Thank you so much for the £5 Thank you, Jay, for your time and energy. You're very welcome. Yeah, my energy today, I tried to take a nap and it just didn't happen. So maybe I'll sleep really good tonight. Let's hope. All right, let's see if we can hear this, guys. Hit number, put 1 in chat if you can hear it.
That's fine.
Where? Inside the house?
In the car.
Yeah. Our car?
Yeah.
Yes. She does.
Oh, look at the baby. Does it lock?
No, it should be fine.
All right, so this is Jenn and Stephan, and just in the very beginning, her daughter's missing. They're having an interview. The police are already looking at this couple like they're a bunch of weird like they're weird. They've got their spidey senses are up. And listen to the first thing Jenn says and listen to her tones. Pay attention to how she talks, how it changes, her deflections, her lies. Listen up. There's a lot.
Over here, please.
Want to be able to go back home soon?
I'll explain it in a second. Okay?
Are we going to go home soon, guys?
I have a question too before we get started. Somebody said something like somebody in here has a gun. Is that a true statement or a false statement?
That's a true statement.
Okay, where is this gun at right now?
It is upstairs in the guest bedroom.
All right, guys. So that right there was a huge deflection. Everything she's saying in this is for her to distance herself. Now, I had a huge conversation before this happened. Her saying that GUN was upstairs and her stopping to think when she says it's upstairs in the guest bedroom. That was a bigger deflection than that speaker thing behind me. Instead of her saying it's upstairs in room number 4 where Stephan stays, she says it's upstairs in the guest bedroom. No, in all actuality, guys, it was upstairs in Stephan's room number 4 with the slow-low and the GUN in the top shelf. That was her very first right out of the gate. She did that because she didn't want them looking at Stephan. She didn't know that they had those pictures, and she had no idea how close they were to finding Maddie's body. So instead of worrying about finding Maddie, she doesn't know that she's not alive unless she does know, right? Right out the gate, just straight up deflecting from Stephan Stearns and where that GUN was. It was in his room. She's
it's not like in any of these cars out here.
No, I don't believe so. I think it's upstairs in the guest bedroom. Bedroom number 4. It's got a number 4 on it.
Stephan's room?
How certain are we of that?
As far as I know, the gun is inside upstairs. I haven't heard of it being in the car.
Okay. Let me just move my purse.
This way.
If you want to take
No. No, because she knew. She knows. Yep.
If you want to start the car and just give me 1 second.
Yeah. Let me make this. I know it's not the most comfortable.
All right.
But at least you won't be cold over there.
Yeah, my daughter's missing, and I'm worried about myself. I get
I'm the
cold
same way, so
super-
I understand.
Well, guess what? Maddie's laying out there with no longer alive out in with a couple leaves and sticks thrown over her, and this sack of potato. I can't even say what I want to say. Is worried about her being cold, you guys. And every time she talks to the male officers, she gets extra flirty, is what I'm gonna say.
You want to take a seat right over here? And then she's gonna.
That makes me so mad. I don't know. Woo! Thank you. All right, a lot of dead air.
Work for Orange County Sheriff's Office.
Okay, there it
So
goes.
I understand you spoke with the other guy earlier with Detective Frank Hunt. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. We have officially taken over the case, okay? So
Are you guys with Kissimmee?
No, we're with Orange County.
Oh.
It's just a different unit.
Oh, okay. What unit are you with?
All right, now this is the part where everybody almost died a little bit, you guys, because she's saying this is the sex crimes unit. But listen, her daughter's missing. It's nighttime right now. She's worried about being cold, and the ball drops. She sounds all happy and up like she's going to eat her pub sub. Unbelievable right now. No reaction whatsoever. Why, you ask? Because in my opinion, she already knew, and she knows, and she knew about what was going on with Stephan and Maddie the whole time.
We're with sex crimes.
Okay.
It's just because of her age and is why we take over. Does that make? I know it's kind of confusing, but like we have like different rules, in Orange County, and depending on like people's age, we sometimes take over investigation when it comes to missing persons.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, when you talked to him earlier, I kind of got like a brief synopsis of what happened. I understand you have a new job.
Yes.
Okay. And if I say
Yes.
anything that's incorrect, please correct me. Okay.
Right
You have a
there.
new job. And last night you asked them to go sleep upstairs because you wanted to get rest. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. What time was this? Do you remember? It doesn't have to be like exact time, but like just. Oh, and then yesterday she had her, or Sunday she had her party, right?
Sunday she had a party.
Okay, what time was that party at?
It started at 3:00.
Okay, from 3 to what time?
I'm not sure. I wasn't there. I was at work.
Oh,
I
okay,
wasn't
you weren't
there.
But I know my sister.
Did she not just sound irritated because they've asked her more than a few times, and she's like, I don't know, I wasn't there. I was at work. Again, you plan your daughter's. There's a whole bunch of other things. A lot of sighs, a lot of you can tell her she's getting irritated. Yeah, definitely call her the potato, please. Just we'll call her the potato. I tried to. And it's more than she just sucks at being a parent. I believe this. And the reason we're listening to this audio, it's not that long, but it's because they took out all of the redactions that we can now hear and point even more at Jenn Soto. Patty Ward, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Thank you, love. Mwah. Much love to you. All right. All right, let's go. Oh, I can't stand this potato.
Brought my daughter home around 8:30.
Yes.
Was Stephan here at that time?
Very big.
I'm not sure if he was here at the time, but I think he got here a little bit after. And he was like, okay, she was already doing what she was supposed to. She had taken her nighttime meds and she was getting ready for bed, like taking a shower. She'd take showers at night. So he's like, okay, she was already on it.
Scripted.
I didn't get home until, I'm going to say 10:30.
Thank you.
Okay. And then at 11, I sent them to bed.
Did you hear her voice
make it
drop?
to the party? No. Okay.
I wish the officer would have asked her that. She literally dropped her voice, but first she said, I got home at 10:30 and by 11 I sent them to bed. But when she said it, she knew right then and there that she did something wrong. If you listen closely, and yes, I want to say, I'm gonna say, honestly, all of that. What's up, familia? Caro, hola, familia. All right.
Then once you get here, you said you sent her to bed at 11. And the following morning, well, I'm sorry, let me backtrack a little bit. You send them upstairs, right? How many bedrooms are upstairs?
Right.
He was here at the time, but I think he got here a little bit after. And he was like, okay, she was already doing what she was supposed to. She had taken her nighttime meds and she was getting ready for bed, like taking a shower. She'd take showers at night. So he's like, okay, she was already on it. I didn't get home until, I'm going to say 10:30. Okay. And then at 11, I sent them to bed.
Did you hear that?
Did Stephan make it to the party? No. Okay. And then once you get here, you said you sent her to bed at 11. And the following morning, well, I'm sorry, let me back up a little bit. You send them upstairs, right? How many bedrooms are upstairs? 3. Okay. Where did you sleep? In bedroom number 4. Okay. And what about Stephan? Bedroom number 4. Okay. Is it normal for both of them to sleep in the same room? Sometimes. When I really need a good night's sleep, I will send them upstairs. But when also a lot of times we will sleep together in the king size bed, all 3 of us. Or sometimes Stephan will go upstairs and me and my daughter will be in our bed alone. So it just really depends on what's going on that night with our schedules and what we're doing. Okay, where were you sleeping? Downstairs in the king size bed. Okay. Is it just you 2 here, or you guys have a roommate, right? We have 2 roommates, and one of the roommates has a son who's here like a little bit more than half the week. So what rooms do you guys use? The room downstairs, the master bedroom.
All of them to
and room number
record?
4.
See, Sam?
Okay. So I'm sorry, it wasn't last night. It was the night before.
Oh, she knows.
And Stephan slept in bedroom number 4 and you slept downstairs. Yes. In the master. Okay. What time did you wake up?
Lies, guys.
I'm going to say around 8 o'clock in the morning, Stephan came into the room and was trying to put the leash on the dog.
Nope.
Somewhere between, I'm going to say somewhere between, he came into the room somewhere between 8 and 8:15.
That is not what he just said, folks. That is not what he said at all. He said that he went in there and it may be 7:35, and he kept giving her updates all morning on her getting dressed. He did maybe one time talk about the dog, but I think he only got that dog leash to hold Maddie up. He probably said, I can't get her to stay up. Her body's moving around. What do I do? Well, dummy, grab the leash. You can do like we do with the dogs. Absolute and utter, complete, total lie. Normally, we don't hear these interviews back to back. And that's why I wanted to bring this to your attention, what she's saying. She's acting like she slept through all of it, didn't hear shit. Maybe she heard the roommates downstairs, but it doesn't know if it was Maddie.
He came in to put the leash on the dog, and I got up to try to help him because my dog is kind of a nervous dog, and I didn't want him to pee on the bed.
No.
So we wrangled him, put him on his leash, and he said, "Go back to sleep." And I said, "Okay." So I laid back and went back to sleep. Okay. I heard people in the kitchen. I'm not sure exactly who was in the kitchen. As far as I know, my daughter came downstairs to get ready in her. So she's got She's kind of got a bedroom in the living room. If you go into the apartment,
If
you'll
you-
see
if
there's
you-
like a one of those fake walls.
Fake walls, like a brothel.
Separating half the bedroom. She's got like a desk with a bedroom and a TV and a dresser. But she'll hang out there during the day, but she never sleeps there.
I love when the officer knows that people are lying to her and trying to throw fluff in. Listen to how I can't say it that much right now because I'm sick and I got this weird porno divider. Yes, a CSAM divider. But listen to the officer. She knows she's lying and she didn't ask her that question. That's not the question she asked, Jenn Soto. You're giving her some bullshit that she didn't ask. That's how I know when people are lying, because I ask you a straight up question and you answer with something else that has nothing to do with it. And yes, I absolutely talk to the screen like if I'm talking to the person. I love roasting people. I love when someone's on this side of the screen and they talk and then I roast them and then talking to you guys. I feel like you're right. Like I'm in chat with you guys. I love it. I wish you guys could all be here. Absolute deflection and listen to the officer. She knows it.
She always sleeps with me.
Me?
And then there's a rare occasion upstairs.
Lies.
But most of the time it's with me.
Okay.
Nope.
Did you see your daughter on Monday morning?
Visually see her? No.
Did you hear
Oh.
her?
I heard many people in the kitchen. I'm not sure if it was my roommate or her specifically.
Oh, yeah?
Okay, is your roommate a male or a female?
Female.
Okay.
They're both females.
When was the last time you physically saw
Wednesday,
Maddie?
11 o'clock. I'm sorry.
Wait,
Sunday,
oh.
11 o'clock.
There it
Sunday when you
is.
sent her to bed.
Wednesday.
Okay. And then when you woke up, you said you woke up briefly because Stephan.
Some people actually think that was the truth, you guys. Some people think that was a Freudian slip. Remember, she was with grandma all the way up until a certain day. Wednesday wouldn't be, all the way until Saturday night or Sunday, but many people think that was actually a Freudian slip. You're our family. We love you. And I love you too. You guys are my family, and I cannot wait to meet some of you. All I can say is Crime Con, baby. Crime Con.
Went in there. Did you go back to sleep?
Yes.
What time did you get up?
Never. Let me think about it. What did I lie about earlier?
Let me see if I actually have my alarm set. No, I don't have the specific day on there. Let me check something real quick. I'm pretty sure I woke up around 9 o'clock in the morning. And then I left at 9:30. I had
an appointment.
I had a
right?
doctor's appointment at like 10:15. But they took a while. And then by the time they did my blood work and whatever, I think I got home somewhere between 11 and 11:15.
Alibi.
When you got back, was Stephan here?
I'm pretty sure he was, yeah.
What was he doing?
Just sitting in my room.
Oh, yeah? Really?
At my computer desk on his phone.
And what was he doing?
What did you guys do?
We chatted for a little bit. I asked him what had happened because he had called me earlier.
Oh, yeah?
At 10.
What do you mean, what happened? Now she's trying to make up a lie, guys. It's all a lie. This is the most. Hold on, I gotta pause this. Okay, so this is one of the most important parts that would right now she would fill us in. Okay, this part is where the part that she can't remember, and that she gives us this vague description of he was sitting there. They chit-chatted. What the officer really wanted to know is what he came home and said to you, what you told him, what was he doing when he was erasing his phone? Why did he do that? So all of a sudden, all that good memory that Jenn has, all of it's gone. There's nothing happening right there. It's just blank. And she goes quiet because this is not part of the script. She didn't know the officer was going to say, okay, at 10:30 or 11, when you guys both came back in the room, what was it that you talked about? She can't tell her because we know what they were talking about. She said, get your ass back out there. Maddie's in the trunk. It's going to start to smell. You got to get rid of her body. Go. Here's the address where I used to live. Go out there. Go to Gator, Lizzie, whatever, Lizzie Lake, where the Gators are, and get your ass out there. I'm going to go pick her up. I'm going to pretend like I'll leave like an hour and a half early. That's what they were talking about. And that's why she cannot tell why I deleted Stephan's. And then she even slips up there when she says about him deleting it. But this would be one of the most important parts. Yeah, she canceled the Botox appointment that was scheduled after the blood work. And then she makes up a lie. But she really was trying to create herself an alibi. Amnesia kicked in, right? I can totally see it had to have been that conversation, but she went blank. That conversation was, what the hell are you going to do with Maddie's body? It's still in the trunk. It's going to get warm. It's going to start to smell. You can't have her out there. You got to go get rid of her while I do X, Y, and Z. Put the laundry on. Take the sheets off, you dirty pig. All right. This is what her response is.
Pretty sure he called me around 10:18.
What did he call you for?
To let me know.
To
let me know that
he didn't know what to dump Maddie's
McDonald's
body.
Planned.
What?
He had asked her multiple times if she wanted to stop at McDonald's, because that was the plan the night before. That they were going to wake up early. He was going to take her to McDonald's, do like a special McDonald's breakfast.
Oh, yeah?
And then drop her off at school early because she wanted to get there a little early. But on his way to school, she was very sleepy and wanted to sleep in the car. And she said she did not want to do McDonald's. She just wanted to be dropped off.
Okay.
Her voice dropped.
Also to let me know that he left his phone at home, because I had called him multiple times and he hadn't picked it up.
Oh, yeah?
He had left his phone at home by accident. He went to the vape shop. But they didn't open on time. So he had waited for quite a while in front of the vape shop.
So scripted, guys. Now, here's the part where she scripts it so well that she is trying to give him an alibi and say, oh, yeah, he went to the vape shop. You guys can pull the cameras there. That's where he was. They're not going to be able to see Maddie's body being in the trunk, but they're going to be able to see that he was at that time where the vape shop is. But they also didn't count on him pulling her body out from the front in the trunk at the hotel and getting it all on camera. If he called her at 10:18, according to Stephan Stern, she was home when he got exactly. And guys, when someone is that specific like that, 10:18, they're lying. Just remember that. And that stupid McDonald's breakfast, when she said that, her voice dropped a whole bunch. It's just a bunch of bullshit, guys. It's all a bunch of bullshit. And I believe that it was scripted by her.
They didn't open, so he left and came back, and we hung out a little bit. And then
you hung out? Is that
to the vape shop to go buy what he needed?
Okay.
Do you want the name of the vape shop?
See?
Yes. If you have it at the top of your mind, I'm sure we're going to talk again soon, and we'll have more.
No, I'm just saying because that might be helpful if you want to see like surveillance.
I'm just saying that might be helpful. You could see the surveillance and see that my man was not doing anything nefarious. He was over there getting vapes. Maddie wasn't in the trunk. I don't tell you about that until later when I become psychic. All right, I'm about to give some memberships from Janet. Thank you, Janet.
Or anything.
Okay, so at some point, I understand he gets like a flat tire and he's not able to go with you to pick up from school.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And when you get to the school, how do you realize that she wasn't there?
So I left her. I usually leave around 2:30 to pick her up. She gets out of school at 4. So I wait it takes me about 20-25 minutes to get to the school, and then I wait about an hour for her to get out. I waited the whole time, and then when the bell rang and then it was time for her to come out, she wasn't one of the first kids like she normally is.
Oh, yeah?
And
Tell
I
me
realized
more.
I was holding up the line because everyone behind me had
Oh,
children.
yeah. I'm so
And they needed
courteous.
to get out because I was the first in line.
Oh, yeah.
So after about, I'm
yeah.
gonna say, I think it was like 4:10.
4:10. Oh, she's so
She didn't come out,
specific.
and I was holding up the line, so I drove away. I said, maybe I forgot to tell her that I was picking her up that day because I don't know if she knew that I wasn't working that day. But I had assumed that she thought, she knew that I was gonna go get her. So because she never came out, I left and I went to my mom's office.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, when your kid doesn't come out, you just take off and go check out some other places. Why not? You go an hour and a half, 2 hours early. They don't come out. So you go cruise around. That's how it goes. You know what? I think she called him. I don't think he called her. She was calling him and his phone was ringing at the house because he purposely left his phone there. And many people that commit crimes do that. They will leave a phone somewhere and then they call it so that it pings from wherever and it shows, oh no, the phone was there, and they can't find that. But yeah, this man, she gives way too many details yet, and the officer sees right through it, folks. She sees right through it. She's like, oh yeah, yeah. Oh, 4:10, 2:18. I'm a big old dumb potato and I can't remember anything, but I can tell you when it was 4:13. Stupid.
She works less than, let me say it's like a 3-minute drive from the school.
Oh, 3? Oh,
she works
3. That's also an indicator of a lie as well.
I drove that way and I drove along the path that she would walk and I didn't see her.
Oh, yeah?
And then I pulled into my mom's office. I asked, hey, has she gotten here yet? They said no. And I said, okay, let me wait a little bit. And
I want to say
I parked back again.
Yep.
On
3 minutes.
Hunter's Park Lane, I think. And I waited along that lane to see if I would see her walking.
Oh, yeah?
And I didn't see her walking.
Okay.
And it was about 4:30, 4:35. At this point, she should have reached my mom's office. So I went back to the office. And then I was like, is she here yet? My mom's like, no, she hasn't gotten here. And I said, okay, hold on. Let me see. I called her best friend.
Wow, she's got a whole narrative. Hey,
are you with... I don't know if I told her I was picking her up from school today or to walk to the office, but I don't see her anywhere. And she goes, no, she never came to school today.
Wow.
She didn't come to first or second period. And I said,
wow, she has a whole script going on in her head, you guys. She knows exactly what's going on. Right here, the number 3, deception detective says liars often use number 3 in their statements. If a statement includes 3, like 3 p.m., 3rd floor, 300,000, 3 minutes, it might be fabricated. And then he says, he gives a reason as to why. Another thing she says a lot is, I want to say. The phrase I want to say simply expresses a desire to state something. Liars sometimes use this to preface lies as it's technically true. I want to say I never cheated and then I never will. So anyway, there's a whole bunch of things coming up. And Laureen, if I'm making you laugh, do me a favor, 381 people, hit that like button and share with your friends. Yeah, both of their scripts match word for word, but listen up, folks. Listen, when the script is off, when somebody throws something into the script and asks a question that doesn't jive, that's when they start lying and I want to say, and they just throw in all kinds of shit that has nothing to do with anything. So there's that. All right. Let's get to it. Where did I go? I lost my...
said, what do you mean? We dropped her off close to school. She should have walked to school. She goes, no, she never made it to any of her periods. And I said, can you please check with your other friends in your other classes to see if she ever made it? She got back to me and said, no. At this point, I started to panic because I realized something was wrong.
Oh, yeah?
I emailed one of her teachers, a few of her teachers actually, and one of them responded to me. He said, she didn't make it to his period at all, and he checked all her other classes and she didn't make it to school at all.
Oh, yeah?
That's when I knew something was truly wrong. And I'm not sure if I called 911 before that email or after that email.
You never called 911.
but I started panicking and freaking out because she should have been to
Oh,
school.
yeah?
She should have made it.
And then I understand she forgot her phone, right?
Yeah.
Is it common for her to not have her phone?
Yes. She's got ADHD. She's super forgetful. She
Oh,
doesn't
yeah?
even.
What else?
She never realizes that she's in the shower for a whole hour. She loses track of time. She's very.
Like, why even throw that in there right now, guys? There's no sense of urgency. Let's talk about her taking long showers right now while she's missing and we're trying to find your daughter. It's cold outside. You're sitting there cold. She's probably really cold wherever she is, but you're going to talk about her taking long showers, probably to get that nasty cactus peen off of her that he rubs all over himself and is stinky. Don't you think? What the heck? I want to say I'm a millionaire. Yeah. This lady, man, she panicking and freaking out. She's going to tell you about a story that she stays into the shower too long. I want to say, because it lets me off the hook. I want to say, because I'm trying to think of something to say while I'm wanting to say. This lady is just, I just want to, okay.
And then you guys went looking for her, right?
Yes.
Where did you look? Like, did you drive somewhere?
Yeah.
Did you walk? Like, where did you go look for her?
Walk.
So, after her best friend called me, actually, or I talked to her best friend on the phone.
Okay, that's not what she asked you. She said, "Did
I
you
went
go
back to the school to see. Let me check her official attendance. Let me see what's going on. They were already closed. Nobody was at the school.
No.
So I searched by backtracking into the school and then coming back out and seeing that there were no kids at the school at all.
Oh,
so then
yeah?
I drove back to my mom's office. Everything was driving.
Right.
And then I think that's when I called 911.
Yes.
I must have gotten a response from her teacher at that point. But
all of that was a lie, and that's not what she asked her. She asked if she went to go do any searching, and she started off with, well, I talked to her friend first, and then after I did that, she started to throw words in there that would make it seem like she was searching, but it was all by driving, because we know Jenn, the rotten potato soda, wouldn't be able to walk. But that whole thing was just a fabricated lie that the officer, I'm sure, knows. What was that?
Did you come back to the apartment at any point yesterday once you realized she was missing?
Stephan was at home.
Look, didn't answer
waiting
again.
for us to get back.
What?
And then when I told him something was wrong, she never made it to school. He completely
Never
hauled
made
it back
it
to my mom's
school.
office, and then we all stood there waiting for the cops to show up, and they didn't show up till like 7:30.
That's not what she asked
Called them
you,
around
Jenn.
4:45.
What?
Okay.
It took them a while to respond. I think they were looking for other missing kids around the area too.
Oh, yeah?
But yeah, no, we did not come back home until we were done with the police. We were done with everything. There was nothing else for us to do except come back
Where
home.
was her
Yeah,
phone
nothing
when all
else.
of this was happening?
Just take our pills and go to sleep.
How did you get the phone if you never came back here?
I took it with me to go pick her up from school. I was going to give it to her when she got in the car and be like, listen, you forgot your phone again, and let her play on it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah?
I'll do that sometimes when she forgets it. I bring the phone with me and I just give it to her afterwards. But I had brought it with me to go pick her up from school.
Okay. And you said your mom works where?
She owns a business.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah?
I'll get you the address exactly.
Yeah. And then did you at any point check her phone out while you had it?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Okay. Actually,
Yeah, I'll just stop real quick because we watched this not yesterday, but the day before, where she tried to pretend like she didn't know what she was doing with the deleted text, and she asked an officer, I don't know, I'm not really sure, I think. And the officer said, well, if you go into there, so now she's going to go into this story in the middle of frantically looking for her daughter. She's going to tell this officer that another officer actually showed me how to look through the deleted messages because I had no idea how to do that. I've never deleted a message or looked through them in my life. Can you believe that? That's what I just learned. That's what she's going to stop and say because we're looking for Maddie right now. Yeah, I do. I hate her so much too.
I started looking, but I could not concentrate on reading anything. I was too panicked and too worried. I handed the phone to my sister.
Oh, yeah?
She's the one, and my niece. they both started going through her texts. I saw her texts. Nothing seemed weird.
Oh yeah.
No weird random people. Everyone is someone I was familiar with or had heard
Stephan?
about.
Season?
They checked her Roblox. They checked
yeah.
her Discord. I checked her Discord as well. There
Well,
was
that's so nice of
nothing
you.
weird.
Wow. That's very nice.
One of the police officers taught me to look at deleted text messages. We looked at those as well. They were random text messages deleted. They weren't anything.
Do you remember where you were when you were looking at her phone?
Yes, at my mom's office.
Which is where?
Let me see.
At my mom's office. Let me check the address.
Is it okay if I call her?
Yes.
I'll get the exact address.
You're in the middle of a conversation.
And then while she answers, were you guys, when you guys were looking for her, did you guys keep looking for her in the Hunters Creek area or somewhere else?
Hunters Creek area.
Okay. Did you guys come back here at any point?
This is just all deflection, guys. Every single question this officer is asked, and I'm sure this officer is working this case, including a case file on Jenn Soto. You could tell the way she talks to her. Every single question she's asked has been a deflection. She has not answered one thing straight. And now she's asking this question for a reason. All of these are for a reason, but that's why Jenn can't answer them. It's not part of her script.
No.
What time did you guys come back home?
Just give us an answer.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, let me check. I don't know. That's sure.
What time did we come back? What time did we come back? That was a very good question.
That's a good question. That's how long it's taken her to answer that. It's like somewhere between 8 and 9 o'clock p.m. Oh, yeah?
Did you guys go back out after that?
Stephan went back out.
And this was last night, right?
This is it.
Yes.
Okay. Where was phone after this?
With me.
Okay. Did you leave the house at any point with her phone after this?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay.
Hold on. No, I think it's been home all day today, too.
It's been home all day today?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Oh, except for that one time.
What time did the police take her phone?
Oh, just kidding. Yeah.
Just
they
kidding,
took
guys.
It. I don't have it anymore. What time did he take the phone? I've made so many phone calls today and seen so many people today that I
was it
don't
light
know.
out or dark out?
It was light out. It was
still
Detective
light.
Hunt still yeah, it was during the daytime.
And then but other than that, her phone was here all day.
Yes.
In the morning, yes.
Did you guys take the phone anywhere other than when Detective Hunt took the phone?
She just said she did. She took it to pick up school. She went to go pick up Maddie.
Yeah.
What?
I don't think I left the house with her.
Okay.
Yeah, she did. She took Maddie's phone to go pick up Maddie. Didn't she just said that? I don't know what she's talking about. Yeah, I'm gotta making you guys laugh because she's just straight up lying. Earlier she said she took it to let Maddie play on the phone when she went to pick her up, and now she can't. And then she's just kidding. Oh my God, you guys. I don't know who's worse, her or Casey Anthony.
Did Stephan have access to the phone?
I don't
sorry,
know.
I took my medicine, so I feel a little spacey.
What? All of a sudden she took her medicine and feels spacey?
I think I've had it with me. I think it's been with me.
Okay. Did you go through her phone today?
Yes.
Okay. Where was that at?
Here.
And what were you looking for at that time?
To see if there was anything else. What we couldn't access on Monday night was Roblox. So my niece came over and logged into her Roblox and checked out messages.
I have one that.
But then they were also my sister was also looking through her phone to see if there was anything
here at the house.
Yes.
And that was today.
Yes.
Okay. Do you guys have her account information as far as like her iCloud and all that stuff? Or is it just on her phone?
Yep.
I've had a hard time logging into it before when I was trying to get her a new phone. So I'm not sure if I can log in to her iCloud.
Nope. She's not slow.
I think it's all on her phone.
Okay. The reason I'm asking is because like they took the phone and they downloaded it, right? They can see like if somebody tries to access her accounts and stuff like that. So if you guys do have access to anything, if you guys can refrain from like logging back in.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
So it doesn't look like if she tries to like access her accounts from like somewhere else, that way we can track that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So they're asking if you can, just try not logging into any more of her accounts so that when
Stop
he's going through
deleting
the
shit.
phone, it doesn't look like she's trying to log on from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Very calculated.
Was there anything else that they wanted us to clarify?
Did you find the address to your mom's?
My mom's business. I'm sorry. Let me call her again.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
Or what's the name of it?
She doesn't
If I
know.
could remember her business name, I don't know.
Too many businesses. Too many businesses, guys. They stopped and started them.
And then I know that you've been with us for the most part of the day, right?
Yes.
We have.
Yep.
I want to say maybe like 40 people out here, okay? Between us and Kissimmee. And we're all, going to be working basically overnight and throughout the day tomorrow until we find, okay? Tonight, what we're going to do is, I know we already secured your house, right? We asked everybody to leave. So another thing that I'm going to ask is if you guys can find somewhere else to stay for the night, because we're going to have Kissimmee out here at your apartment for the rest of the night, because the people that come and like take pictures and all that other stuff are not going to respond until the morning.
Yep, there it is.
Okay, so nobody can go into the house for the rest of the night until the house gets, we need to take pictures and do other stuff with the house. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay.
The crime
unfortunately,
scene?
because you guys have such a big apartment, it's not something that only one person does. Like, we don't do that, right? We have our forensics unit come out. And it's not something that one person can do by herself. So she has to wait until people come in, because there's like, they're on call after midnight, right? So she has to wait for the other people to come in the morning, and then they're all going to come in as a unit and try to take, get it done as quick as possible.
Okay. I need to go back into the house.
Mm-hmm.
I have medication that I have to take in order to be like normal.
Now, one thing I do have to say, guys, and you guys know, we have that hashtag I took my meds, right? People that are on medication that do have to take them, because you'll go through withdrawals no matter what it is. Most medications that doctors prescribe you, if you don't take them, you'll go through either some kind of withdrawals, pain, etc. So she does need those, but she lied many times about before this, saying that she didn't take her pills for days. And then the huge lie that Stephan Stearns and her talk about is, I took my pills so I'm spacey or I'm zonked out. Guys, when you're taking pills for 7 years, 10 years, your body's already immune to that. You're not going to feel zonked out or spacey or any of those things that they're trying to blame that on. It's like the old saying where someone's like, oh, I didn't know I took their life, I was drunk, or I was, then I got high. It's normal. You're normal. That's your normal thing to do, right? She's not normal potato, but that's what she does all the time. Yes, thank you for that word. Her tolerance is through the roof, but I bet you that she has Zans in there. When I say Zans, you know what I'm talking about. And all the other pills that she needs to get to. I didn't see bottles. When they showed the pictures, there was a picture of Monday through Friday. There was like a whole month with pills, and more pills. She's a functional user. And so that means her tolerance is just regular. She's like you or like me. And I can tell you right now, nothing is wrong with her. She's not slow and she's not dumb. The roommate that lived with her was very upset that she acted that way in these interviews and the way she put down Maddie. She said Maddie was very smart. Maddie was very everything, all good things about her, and that she believes that that autistic thing was either made up for the benefit of them to, because she was being abused, so people thought something was wrong with her, or maybe the pills, whatever it was. She doesn't believe that she was autistic whatsoever. Yeah, a tolerance to whatever it is you take. So when you're having a panic attack and you don't get loopy. So that's not even what she was taking. She didn't even seem like she was having a panic attack. She was just like, oh shit, I don't know how to fill in the blanks because that's not part of the script. All right, let's wrap this up. I think we're getting there. You guys don't forget to hit that like button if you leave and share the video.
Is there a possibility that I can go back in there and get my meds?
My
Yes.
meds.
Give me a few minutes and then we'll try to figure out how we can get your medication.
Yeah.
But that's something that we can definitely get. Okay?
In the couch.
Does it make sense what I'm telling you? Yes. Yes. I just don't know what we're going to do about finding a place to go, but okay.
What are we going to do?
And then because it was lost in Stephan's car, we're also going to tow his car. Okay. Okay?
Okay. 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 Okay.
Do you have any questions about anything that I'm telling you? Okay, so from now on, it'll probably be me getting in touch with you, okay? Not Detective Hunt.
I mean, would your questions be like, what are you guys doing to find my daughter, maybe? Who's the team that's working on her? Are they out searching right now? It's dark. She could be scared. She doesn't have her inhaler. She's not taking her medicine. She could get nothing, guys, nothing. That is not normal for somebody that doesn't know. Yeah, we have 400 people in chat. Thank you, guys. Ridiculous.
Okay.
No questions at all.
Do you understand everything that we discussed?
She whispered.
Can I get your direct number? Yes. And then my mom's job address, if I remember it correctly, is.
Thank you. Thank you. Those are her biggest concerns.
Sweet.
Did she just say sweet?
Okay. That's in.
She got her beeper out.
Yes.
Yeah. What the hell?
Yes. Is that like an apartment complex? It's a business building? I don't know. It's a building with a lot of business and offices inside.
I don't know. We run a bunch of fraudulent businesses out of there. You know.
And when did you say you were there?
I got there around 4. Well, see, I left and came back.
No.
So.
Oh yeah. No, I hadn't noticed that. 4:45 exactly.
I got there and I think I called the cops around that time, and then I stayed until they had
never
left.
did.
Were you there today? No. Is there any reason Stephan would be anywhere near that area today? No, I don't think so. It's been with me.
Well, where have you been?
Detective Hunt went back to that office. I'm so sorry, and he had her phone. Okay, he had her phone at that time. Yeah. Why did he go back to that office? Because my uncle had walked the path where walked along the trail, and he had found a wallet with not 90, but like credit cards and something that had somebody's state on it. So he went to pick it up to see if it was of any interest.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you my business card. I'm still here for a little bit longer. I'm gonna talk to Stephan one more time. There was like a few things that we needed to clarify with him, and then we're gonna, like, me physically, after I get done talking to Stephan, I'm gonna try to go get rest, right? Because we're gonna continue to do all this.
Yeah.
There's other detectives that are coming from my unit. Okay. So like there's always gonna be somebody here.
Are they looking
So
for
just
you?
because I physically am not here, don't think that we're not physically working on this.
Yeah, because she never asked about that. And yeah, that's totally different, iParrot. It's way different if you're taking benzos and just knocking yourself out because you don't want to deal with reality. But that's not what she was referring to. She was referring to just her everyday medication and acting like it's gonna zonk her out or like she couldn't answer questions or remember because of it. Two different situations. It's like alcoholics, right? An alcoholic probably can drink, like, I don't know what. I'm just gonna say it. Maybe an alcoholic that's been drinking for years will drink a 12-pack a day. They never get messed up on it. But if they drink a 12-pack and then they go get some whiskey and drink that, yeah, they're gonna get messed up. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I take my meds. There's no way that I would be exactly. That's her first and her last thought. Nothing about Maddie. No questions about her at all. Did she even say her name?
We have a lot of people in our unit, right? So we're taking like shifts. And then the people we have violent crimes out here as well. And they're here till 4 a.m. So I don't want you to think that like, just because I'm leaving that we're not still actively working on this. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like they are here till 4 a.m. and then the day shift people that also work violent crimes come in around that same time. So they're going to take over. So like we have like people working till a certain time and then other people coming and taking over. Okay. So like I said, just because I physically am not here doesn't mean that we're not still working on something. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to ask any questions about your daughter yet,
I don't
lady?
remember if Detective Tagler asked. But yesterday when you guys were out looking, do you remember what time you were out looking till?
So yesterday, I stayed in the office. My family went out searching.
Which office?
I didn't go anywhere.
My mom's office.
Yeah, what were you doing?
You stayed until what time?
Nope.
I'm gonna say somewhere between 8 and 9 o'clock. I left and then I came home.
You came straight here.
Yeah.
No, she
who
didn't.
was out? Your family was out.
Yeah, but I think they all stopped when. Actually, I'm not sure. One of my uncles might have kept searching along the trail, but I'm not sure until what time he was out. My dad as well.
What about Stephan?
On a trail.
Stephan went out sometime in the middle of the night and
3 in the morning.
Went searching, cruising around to see if he could figure out where she might be.
See, she even tripped up on that, folks. Searching, cruising around. She knew that he went back to go make sure, number one, visit the body, but I think he told her he needed to make sure that he put sticks and cover her up because he had to do a rush job on it. Even the way she just said that makes it seem like she knows more and she was lying. There's no reason for her to say it that way. The rudeness in them size and trying to find a dog. Yeah, exactly. It's an inconvenience. That's what they're there for, lady. What do you think they're talking about?
What car was he driving?
My car.
Was anybody driving Stephan's car?
No, just Stephan.
And what time was he out?
I have no idea. I fell asleep, but I know he drove my car because when I got into it, I said, "Oh, the seat's adjusted. Did you drive my car?" He goes, "Yeah. Remember, I said I was going to take a drive tonight to go search for her because he does have like insomnia. He can't sleep at night sometimes, and especially like that's what's going on right now. But I'm not sure what time he may have come in or out. But if you guys look at my gate clicker, you need that to come in the front gate. You can see what times he may have come in and out.
There you go.
I don't think I have anything else for you. We're gonna clear some things with Stephan, and then I will let you know before I head out. Okay. Okay? Do you promise that everything you said today is true? Yes. Okay, thank you so much. Ending the recording at 009.
All right, guys, I did the Soto sigh just now because I do have to go. There's 365 people in chat. Thank you guys for being here the entire time. Thank you for helping to support the channel. All the likes, all the subscribes, all the shares help to make this channel just a little bit bigger and a lot better. Give us more information and better guest, hopefully. JPL, I can't go out because people recognize me. What a piece of crap. Yes, that's exactly what she said. Why so concerned about seeing Jen? That was the number one thing she was concerned about, and why she didn't go to the funeral, go to the vigil, go to anything. Very, very concerned. All right, guys, I love you. I'm going to go get my daughter, get some rest. Hopefully, I can knock this cold out very, very soon. If not, you just have to deal with my voice until I'm better. I love you guys. Have a good night. Thank you so very much for everything you do. Love you.
Guilty of crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of crime.
Are you guilty?